Welcome back to Average is Average. Hope you're doing great. Hope life is well. Yeah, I'm very excited to be back. I really enjoy doing these. As you can see, the setup is a bit different. My window is where the camera is, so the lighting is going to be a little bit better. I got some cool shit over here. Got some not cool shit over here. Cool shit over here. So yeah. And then also, that's pretty cool, huh? Alright, let's get straight into it. Nobody tried to kill me this week. That went pretty good. I don't know, I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about, so I'm going to talk about it. I remember being in a big dispute with my first grade teacher, Mrs. Bloom. I don't know if it was her, actually. I don't know. I remember being in a big dispute with one of my teachers in early elementary school. And that wasn't unlike me. I got into disputes with my teachers up until 12th grade. So, yeah. But one of the things it was like the unit of, facts and opinions. And I remember being like, they were like, yeah, feelings are opinions, My fucking teacher was basically Ben Shapiro. Facts over feelings, basically, is what my teacher was saying. And what I was like, she was saying that, like, feelings are opinions. What you feel is an opinion. And I was like, okay. But say Joni is happy. Is it a fact that Joni is happy? It is a feeling, which you're saying is an opinion, but factually, is Joni happy? I think yes. And my teacher was basically like, no, it's a feeling, so it's an opinion. But I was like, but they are feeling happy. Is it a fact that they are feeling happy? So, I pretty much dunked on my teacher in retrospect. Because I was fucking right as a 6-year-old. And they were wrong. And, I don't know. It's bullcrap. It is utter bullcrap. Is the lighting okay? There's no lights on in my room right now. It's a cloudy day. The Blue Ridge Mountain. I'm looking out at the Blue Ridge Mountains, fellas. Oh, man. What a beauty. I'm living in the mountains right now in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I'm planning on moving to Richmond, hopefully. We'll see what happens, inshallah. But, my friend taught me what that meant a couple days ago, and I've been overusing it. I love it. And mashallah, I've been using it. It's a great saying. She's like, inshallah, that means hopefully, I said. There's a lot of things I'm hopeful for. So, anyways, yes, inshallah, I'll be moving to Richmond. And, I don't know. I'm really excited about the possibility of that. But these Blue Ridge Mountains are so beautiful. And I'm definitely going to miss it. Man. Anyways, what was I talking about? Dunking on my teachers? Yeah. I don't know. I think that's great. Having little disputes and stuff with your teachers. I don't know. It's like the, everyone's saying nowadays, like, question everything, challenge everything, yada yada yada. Yeah. The fact that Joni and Chachi are both happy. It's not an opinion. What else do I got? What else did I write down? Here we go. I think, like, I don't know. I guess I'm pretending to be a philosopher here. But, like, it is, like, the ultimate life hack to just be nice, Like, to have a smile on your face and be nice. Like, it's free, and it makes people's days, and it changes people's lives. And, for instance, like, I work at Starbucks, right? And I'm nice to people there, whatever. And I'm really nice to everybody. And, in turn, people know me. I know them. I made a lot of, micro friendships in the Starbucks drive-thru. And I love those, I ask them how the kids are doing, how the business is going, how the restaurant is, whatever, and they ask me how things are with me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still slinging these lattes, But There's this one guy, and we talked, and he was basically, am I too loud? Am I too loud? Am I too loud? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, sorry. He was basically like, I'm playing in a concert if you want to check it out. It turns out this guy is just basically like a world-class pianist, organist. He does it all. And I would never expect it. He's just like a world-class musician. He plays in churches. He does the things. He's like a working musician, which is like insane. I think, like being an artist and like that being your career is awesome. And basically, he went to school for piano, and like he's just fucking incredible. He sent me a YouTube video of him playing, and I don't know, we got to talking, and like, I'm trying to learn how to play a little bit of piano. Like I learned, what's that one Radiohead song that's like popular on TikTok right now? I learned how to play that on piano, and I know how to play like For Elise a little bit, and I wanted to play Martha My Dear. But, I've never been able to read music or anything. Am I monotone, read music or anything? Sorry. I'm so excited to talk about where I got this coffee. Anyways, back to the musician. He's a fucking cool guy and world class, and basically we got to talking, and I was like, I can't read music. And I don't know. I wasn't trying to get lessons from him, but I was basically like, is reading music essential? Like, I don't know. I just want to be able to, know a little bit of music theory and just be able to play and make things sound good. And he was like, listen, like, I'd be happy to give you like a lesson here and there on the house, because I know money's, everybody's broke right now. And I'm like, dude, like, that's insane. And like, to think that like just me smiling and like making conversation led to like a possible free piano lesson from like a world-class musician. It just goes to show like being nice is the ultimate life hack. Like, my thing is like, if you are nice to literally everybody, 95% of the people won't bat an eye, but that 5%, that might be a door open, a gateway into, something that could change your life potentially, Like, I don't know, what did I write down here? Yeah, okay, not all doors open up, but like if you're nice to literally everybody, your chances will improve drastically, Like if you're nice to nobody, then you will have no chances, but if you're nice to some people, whatever, but if you're nice to everybody, like, crazy shit can happen. If you just try to make conversation, you never know who you'll bump into. And I'm not saying that, like, be nice to everybody for your personal gain. Be nice to be nice. But, if you're a dick, maybe this is some motivation to fucking turn your life around. Because it's fucking awesome. Being nice is great. I love being nice. And I might get a fucking free piano lesson because of it. So fuck it. Be fucking nice. Sorry for cussing so much. Oh, man. Okay, let's talk about this fucking coffee. Here we go. It's a coffee. It's in a Starbucks cup, as you might guess. I work at Starbucks. I get free coffee every day. I love Starbucks coffee. No, I don't. Starbucks is just okay. That's a job. It's a way to make ends meet. But their cold brew is like my favorite. Because I make it. I know how it's made. It's not artificial. Like, we steep the beans and I drink it. And I drink it every day when I'm there. And if I'm being smart and thinking ahead, I'll get some and I'll, make a drink and then keep it in my fridge for the next day to drink. But if I'm not, going to Starbucks and paying for a cold brew, the size that I need for my caffeine consumption and my addiction level, I don't want to pay $6 for a cup of coffee, especially if it's not from a coffee shop, a local coffee shop. It pisses me off having to pay $5, and when they flip around that screen for me to pay more at the coffee shop, for tipping, it sucks, but, it's local, so I'll do it. But Starbucks is like, even with my discount, it's like at least $5 for the cold brew. So, Dunkin Donuts has this thing where it's $6 for a medium coffee, a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich, and hash browns. Okay, you might get 5 little hash browns, and the breakfast sandwich is just más o menos at best. And this coffee's, like, not great either. But it's $6 for all of that. And this is where my genius really kind of shines through. I get the coffee, I say, hey, listen. And, man, as a Starbucks employee, this kind of pisses me off a little bit, but guess what? It's my fucking money, so I'm going to do it. I say, hey, can I get the coffee with no ice? I'm paying $6. I'm getting no ice in the coffee. It's a medium coffee, no ice. And then I go to Starbucks and I get a free cup of ice because we got good ice. And I drink it, and it's just okay. But it's $6 for this and a breakfast sandwich and a freaking hash brown? Man, that's a great deal, I'd say. Speaking of other good deals, Taco Bell. God, I love it. I've been the king of the dollar menu at Taco Bell here lately. And I realized, like, dude, some of these boxes are actually fucking great deals. Like, you can get a box with a crunch wrap, like a cheesy, beefy 5-layer burrito, and, like, a cheesy fiesta potato. You can get that for $6. $5.99. That's what you get if you do it right. You play your cards right, that's what you get. A Crunchwrap Supreme by itself is $5.40. Maybe $5.70 or something. I don't know. And I know this is just all a ploy for them to get me to spend more money, because I'm like, this is a good deal. And it costs them nothing to produce. But man, I love it. I love it. Taco Bell is so good. It's, you know, the cheese and the beef and sour cream, and they mix that up into different ways and different vehicles for them to put in my belly. And I love them all. I love Taco Bell. Most of these episodes, I'm like, I'm going to go work out after, and then I fuck around with weights, and then I go home. I don't really want to do that today. And I thought about it. And in the last episode, I talked about motivation and, like, what motivates me to work out. And, like, one thing that you can do is, like, you know, buy a $3 energy drink. Drink that. The caffeine will rev you up. And then you spending your money, $3, will also rev you up into, you know, going and doing something. But, you know, that's, I guess, a positive thing. But the negative, well, I guess that's the negative thing, having the loss of money motivate you. But having a little treat is a positive thing. When I was at Dunkin Donuts, this is kind of the opposite end of that spectrum, positive and negative. And on the other end of that spectrum, at the window at Dunkin Donuts, I said, hey, do you guys have any Boston cream donuts? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, can I add one to my order? They were like, yeah. So I ate a Boston cream donut, and that could be motivation and be like, you need to work off that Boston cream donut that you fucking ate, you fat fucking pig. Man, it was good. It was a great donut, and I don't know. My motivation for being lazy is higher than motivation for working the calories off of that. I don't know. There was something else I was going to talk about, like, positive and negative motivation, and I forgot about it. Whatever. Let's see what else I got. What the hell am I talking about in my notes app? Stupid shit, huh? Positive and negative motivation, whatever. Okay, I'll talk about another thing. I had a revelation, not last night, but, you know, recently, and I just, like, you know those free movie apps called, like Tubi, and, like, there's one Freevee, and, like, one last night that I used was called, what was it called? Whatever. I don't know what it was called. It was like a knockoff of Tubi. It's incredible. I love that. I love free movie apps because I don't know. I don't think I pay for any movie subscriptions. I just kind of mooch off of whoever. Like my folks who, you know, pay for Netflix or whatever. I don't like, you know, once I get, you know, completely fully self-sufficient, I don't think I'm going to pay for any of that because, like, Freevee is so great. You're telling me that I can pick from your library of movies and I have to watch a little bit of ads in between a little bit? Sorry. Dude, that's just like television. Watching commercials and shit. But instead I get to pick what I want to watch. That's incredible. And there's some incredible movies on these websites. There's some, like, Oscar winners that have made it to Freevee and Tubi and shit. And I guess companies are, putting their advertisements on it. And, like, I'll happily watch an ad if it means I get to watch fucking There Will Be Blood for free. That's great. I'll do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Me and my girlfriend, I put on Boyhood. Who's that directed by? He directed a bunch of different movies. He directed Spy Kids and I don't know. He's like a world-class director. He's directed a bunch of different stuff. His range is awesome. And anyways, Boyhood is like one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. It's like a 2.5-hour movie about, a boy growing up, and it's filmed over 12 years. And his, like, family is, like, separated or whatever, and, like, get divorced folks or whatever. But it's so good, and it was free. And every time a commercial came on, it'd be like, damn, a commercial, but, dude, I love free shit. I don't know. I don't know why everybody isn't on, like, Freevee. And, like, talking about how awesome it is, and Tubi and shit. I recently got back into Star Wars. I'm very heavily, deeply in love with Star Wars. I've been playing, like, this game called Star Wars Battlefront 2. I might make a video about it, like, playing it and shit. Kind of the same style as, like, the Celeste videos that I do. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm deep into the lore, and I want to know about, Darth Plagueis, and, like, all, like, the ones that aren't in the real, like, the 2 trilogies, like, the actual ones. I don't know. I'm just so far into it, and I want to get even more into it. I have these little micro-obsessions, and they last 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I don't know. Star Wars is one of them right now. It has been Batman. It has been Good Mythical Morning. It has been tennis. It has been basketball. It has been stand-up comedy. I have these micro-obsessions, and I don't know. This YouTube thing is like a micro-obsession of mine, too. So I've been kind of going hard for, like, the last 2, 3 weeks. But this is kind of the one where I, like, really don't want it to fade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to keep going strong. And I don't know. I've thought about it, and, like, this probably isn't the best way to start. And I've seen other YouTubers, and I wanted to follow their kind of footsteps and, like, do their thing. And, like, I don't know, the ones that I admire kind of got their audience on TikTok and then migrated to YouTube. And then, they were primarily on TikTok where they could get the, the numbers, the people to care about them. Then they migrated to longer form content like on YouTube, and it translated beautifully. But I struggle with TikTok. I used to love making fun TikToks, but I don't know, this is just so much more enjoyable for me, making these videos. And I just want to, speed up to having the fucking audience, and then I get to do shit like this. Because, like, I kind of missed a step. I skipped a step. Nobody gives a shit about me, and I'm making a 30-minute podcast. Like, no one gives a shit yet, I don't know. I don't really give a shit. I don't give a shit because I love this. But if I wanted to do this long term and make a career or whatever, like, I don't know. I would have needed to make people give a shit about me before I started. Because I don't want to have a bunch of videos on my page of me being a fucking amateur, having 32 views on a podcast from 2 years ago. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being coherent right now, but whatever. Let's see how much time we got. Was that like 10 minutes? 20 minutes. Holy shit. We're on a roll tonight. Man. Couple more things. I'm on, booktok because I think I aspire to be intelligent and smart, and I think being on that side of TikTok, like people talking about books and shit, makes me feel smarter, and it makes me feel like I read these books. And I yearn for that pretty hard. So it's like, I'm on the side of TikTok or whatever. Give me 1 second. I want to take a sip of this coffee. Let me talk about these posters really quick behind me. That's Little Grill. That's like my favorite restaurant. Keith Haring poster that I got in Richmond when I was visiting my friend Katie. Hi, Katie. This right here is Absolute Batman, but it's like a alternate cover, and it's kind of mimicking the Akira cover. If you don't know what Akira is, it's like one of the best manga/anime movies of all time. I heard it's good. I haven't seen it yet, but it was a cool fucking cover. So I bought it with money, and this is just a bunch of shit that I need to figure out, but I don't really want to. This is a very ugly container. It's an ugly container. It's just an ugly container, and it's, I think, my junk drawer, and I don't really need most of the things that are in it. But I can't throw away most of the things that are in it, you know. Anyways, what was I talking about again before I got sidetracked? Fuck, what was that? BookTok, yeah. But there's this trend going on, and I kind of want to make a video, and it's like the books that made me who I am, and it starts off with a picture of them from preschool, and then it shows like a bunch of, pictures of the covers of the books that they really enjoyed, and it's like kindergarten, it's like, Charlotte's Web, and like, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, Corduroy, and man, I don't know really how to make that, I don't know. Photoshop would be probably the most complex way to do it, and I don't know the simplest way to do it, and I don't really care to learn. So I'm just going to talk about the favorite books of mine, from my time period. Motherfucker, I don't know what it's called. Where the Sidewalk Ends by okay, do elementary segment first. Sidewalk Ends, Shel Silverstein, that's great. The Giving Tree. That book fucked me up. It was, my mom read it to me, and she didn't read me many books. My dad kind of did the majority of, reading us the books. Shout out to my dad. My dad watches these. My mom does not. I know for a fact. So, shout out you, Pops. And Mom, if you're watching this, you're not. So, I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyways, Dad, if you're listening, here's a true story. Mom read me The Giving Tree, and that was like the book. I don't know if you've read it or not, but basically, this kid, I think he chops down this tree and it dies, whatever. Like, he plants this tree, gives him apples, and then when he gets older, he wants to build a house and he chops it down. And that book taught me about death. And I remember I think I was like 6 at the time, and Mom read me that book, and I freaked the fuck out because I didn't know that we were all going to die. My mom was like, yeah, everyone's going to die, and I cried. I was like, holy shit, I don't want to die. And she was like, you're not for a long time, but it's going to happen. That fucked me up. And Corduroy. Corduroy was a great book that I used to love as a little kid. Very, very good. It's about a little bear, and I loved it. What else? I don't know. Those are kind of the early... Goodnight Moon was solid from childhood. I don't know what else. And then, middle school, I kind of read everything. Dad, if you're still watching, to my audience, my dad made me read a lot of books. We would all sit together, me, my dad, and my older brother joined. We would sit in triangle, and we would read aloud whatever book my dad made us read. And so we read The Hobbit that way. We'd all take... Aloud. All of these books we read aloud. We finished The Hobbit, the entire Lord of the Rings series. This was all in... I think we started The Hobbit in, 4th, 5th grade. So we finished that, finished Lord of the Rings, and then we got to, Huck Finn, Tom Sawyer. We did that, and then we read Siddhartha in the Bhagavad Gita. And we read all that, I think, before I hit 6th, 7th grade. And it feels so cool to talk about it and flex it like I wanted it and understood most of it. But during it, man, I fucking hated it. I was so upset when he made us read but it kind of got my speaking comprehension, reading level very high for my age. It kind of dwindled because I got a cellular device and I watched YouTube instead of reading when I got a phone. But you know, it set me way above the other kids when we did like reading in class and shit in like 5th grade. I fucking wiped the floor with everybody. But we finished that, and then I don't know. I probably need to go back and read all those books because I didn't understand too much of it. Especially, Siddhartha and Bhagavad Gita. My favorite probably out of all of those books I mentioned was probably Tom Sawyer. I actually really enjoyed that one. And I kind of understood what was going on, which probably made me enjoy it more. So that was middle school. I read a lot of that. I read a bunch of other shit. Hatchet by Gary Paulson. Holes by Louis Sacker. Those are two of the ones that I really fucking enjoyed. I didn't need to use the word fucking there, but I did. Yeah, great books, both of them. I don't know. I'll probably think of something after I finish recording this and be like, damn, I should have mentioned that. But I really love those. And then high school hit. I don't know if I read any good books in high school. I mean, I read like The Pearl of Mice and Men. Those were really good. But I don't really I cheated a lot. Not cheated, but like, used Spark Notes and shit to like get summaries of the books because I didn't feel like reading because I was lazy. But I remember vividly getting a copy of Don Quixote in the library because even back then I yearned to be smart and I wanted to be looked at as smart. So I checked out a copy of Don Quixote from the library and I kind of read that a little bit and then I was like, Jesus Christ, this is not easy. Read that a little bit. I read the first 2 pages and I said, I'm not reading this. So I didn't. Anyways, after high school, didn't read too much. Moved to Harrisburg, didn't read too much. I don't know. A bunch of life-changing things happened to me. I moved out. My ex-girlfriend broke up with me. So I moved out. I lived alone for the first time. And I was like, you know what? I should probably start fucking reading. So I read The Stranger by Albert Camus. That book was good. I don't think it's as good as everybody says it is. I don't know. Albert Camus is probably my favorite philosopher, but I'm saying this like I fucking know philosophy. Sorry. Don't get it twisted. I'm a fucking idiot. I pretend so hard to be smart. He's my favorite fucking philosopher. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You don't have a favorite philosopher if you've known one philosopher. Shut the fuck up. I watched a YouTube video about him, and he seems like a cool guy, so I like him. That's all that I meant. Sorry. Jesus Christ. He's my favorite philosopher. I don't know anybody. I just talked about how much I like Batman. I like Batman and Bruce Wayne. I don't know this shit. Anyways, I read The Stranger by Albert Camus, and it was great. It was okay. It's not as good as everybody says it is. But it was kind of cool. Absurdist, buzzwords for intelligent people. Absurdist. Fuck you. Anyways, I read that. I read the autobiography of Malcolm X by Alex something Haley. I don't know if that's his name. It's called an autobiography by somebody else because it's like this guy did interviews with Malcolm X for a year, I think. I don't know. That book is actually really, really good. That's probably one I recommend everybody read. Not because it's like, I don't know. Everybody talks about shit like that where it's like, all of Americans need to read this. I don't know. Obviously it was important. But like, straight up, it's just a good book. Like, for no other reason, like, I very much enjoyed it. It was digestible for my little fucking idiot brain. It was entertaining, and I learned something new, and I yearn to be looked at as smart, but I actually do yearn to learn. Fucking bars there, but like, I don't know, I really do love learning, and, in school they don't teach you about Malcolm X. They teach you about Dr. King, and he was good and peaceful, and he didn't, try to hurt anybody, so be like Dr. King. He was really, really good. Malcolm X went a little bit against the status quo, and, they didn't teach us about him, so, I don't know, I try to, I guess, take it upon myself to learn about him. I sound all high and mighty. I'm just another fucking white guy. But it was really, really good. Read that book. I've read the autobiography of Andre Agassi, which was, I don't know, one of those easy reads that kind of scratches your brain. It's like I don't know, it's one of those that's like not very intellectual, just a sports book for, jocks, wannabe jocks like myself. But man, it was good, and it was well written, and I enjoyed it. And then I read East of Eden. And let me tell you what, that book is my favorite book of all time now. I finished it. It was, I think, probably the biggest book I've ever read. Maybe one of the Lord of the Rings books was bigger. I don't know. I very, very, very much enjoyed it, and I recommend you all check it out. It tells a story, spans over 100 years. Follows the Old Testament loosely, I guess. I don't know. I recommend it. How much time? Am I going over time? No, I'm actually pretty right on time. Boy, this is great. 31 minutes done. I'll go a little longer just because I feel like it. I don't know any other books that I really, really enjoy. I'm reading Infinite Jest right now. And I think, I don't know. It's one of those books people talk about on booktok and other places where it's like, if you finish it, you're a trooper. It's a hard book to finish, but it's very, very good. And it's about tennis and substance abuse. Two things I'm very interested in. But dude, it's over 1,000 pages, and it is fucking weird and nuts. And I'm like literally 12 pages in, I think, and I'm just like, it has taken me like a month to get 12 pages in. I don't know. Is that depression? I don't know. So I might read a small book to get my confidence up. Read a book front to cover, finish it, and be like, good, we're good. Just to get that level of confidence up. Jorts. I'm wearing jorts. You guys see this shit? I feel like they make me look sexy, and I like them, and they're cool. I like jorts. If you don't have a pair of jorts, get a pair of jorts for the summer. Seriously. If you're a guy, it's like awesome. Jorts are very cool. What you do is you go to Goodwill, and you buy a pair of jeans that fit your waist. The length doesn't. If you're like me, and you're 6'6", 6'7", you can't find a pair of pants that fits you, right? Go to Goodwill, find a pair of jeans that fit your waist, and make jorts. Mine, okay, little crotch shot here for you guys. They look awesome. They're flayed, filet mignon, whatever you call it. They're awesome. Easy to make. I think this cost me $4 to do it. Style hack. Shut the fuck up. Sorry. That's stupid. Style hack. I mean, I think I really do want to keep going. I think I could do this for a lot longer today. Probably because I've had a cup of coffee a little bit. But I think I'm going to end it here. Don't ever say you're welcome like they did in like Breaking Bad or whatever. Leave the audience wanting more as opposed to over saying you're welcome. Right? And then I'll proceed to do a 2 fucking minute outro, spacing it out. Have a good day. No, but seriously, guys, get the fuck out of here. Have a great day.